So hey everyone, I've been having a couple of technical difficulties as of late. My main machine half the time doesn't want to connect to the internet, then it'll work fine for a few days, and then it'll stop again. It's like I don't know what the problem is because I have a working Wi-Fi router. It's connected, but the Ethernet connector isn't working either, and it's frustrating how many things require an internet connection to even operate because the software I use to outline projects won't work without the internet connection. Neither will the one that I use to edit videos. And I'm wasting so much time trying to fight with getting the internet to cooperate when the computer is cooperating in the first place. So it's just getting to the point where I just may not have a choice about having to upgrade my machine sooner rather than later because it's almost unusable at this point. You know, I've been able to do like a little bit of word processing, but it's very frustrating, and it's just I don't know. I can't deal with this too much longer. Um, I was hoping to put it off a little bit until I have some money saved up, but I might have to just do what I have to do. But in the meantime, I just wanted to update you guys real quick. Today's going to be a light day simply because it looks like I'm going to have to do all of my video editing and uploading from my laptop rather than my main machine, which fortunately I can use to record, and I'll be able to record the Joy of Trek intro for an upcoming episode that I recommended. And it's just going to be, you know, very minimal, at least on this machine, until it's back up to its full capabilities, or until I have a machine that's at its full capabilities. But that being said, the primary purpose that I'm of this vlog is that I wanted to discuss Kickstarter a friend is operating. It's called Meeting Dominique, and it's been going for about 15 days now, and it's made a good progress, but I would like to see it go a little bit further. I mean, wishful thinking, I'd like it to hit the $4,500 stretch goal. I don't think that's going to happen, but I would at very least like it to be financed. So there are some YCH slots left, a couple of goodie packages if someone is so inclined. Particularly, I think if you have a micro character, I don't think any of those have been picked up yet, and there's a couple of regular sized characters still. And you know, it's an like it's kind of kinky s. Well, I don't even know how to describe it, but I guess it would be like a wholesome kinky fairy god dominant kind of story. I'm probably describing it horribly, but let me just say that you know, I've read a lot of Royce's work before, some of it kinky, some of it not, and it's all been really good. You know, it's very compatible with me. I really liked it. It's enjoyable. The humor's good, and you know the stories are really enjoyable. It's set in, I think, a furry version of Amsterdam, um, and features a character named Minerva, a dragon type, and she ends up kind of meeting Dominique, who is some sort of a hairdresser that's into kinky stuff. And you know, that's probably about as best as I'm going to get without my notes because, as mentioned, all of that stuff is in software that requires internet. It's like I don't have actually, you know what? What I can do, because I do have my phone, I can do a little bit better than this. But bear with me here. You know, this is going to be one of those things that, you know, when the internet doesn't cooperate, you just kind of have to wing it. Here we go. Okay, so let me describe this a little bit better. From the Kickstarter, Meeting Dominique is the story of Minerva von Muis. I could be mispronouncing that. I probably butchered it. A young Wazogan anthropomorphic dragon woman living in a furry reimagining of Amsterdam. Though she has an interest in BDSM, with her great size and strength, she finds it hard to indulge in her submissive nature and is haunted by her anxieties and struggling to find true happiness. That is, until she visits the salon of Dominique, a griffin with a fascination for combining hairstylage and bondage. And let's be honest, who of us hasn't? To Minerva's delight, Dominique takes on the role of Minerva's mistress, teaching the young Wazogan woman the freedom to let go of her self-doubt within the confines of bondage. And as mentioned, you know, the author is somebody whose work I've read a lot. He's also partnered with an artist that we have both used in the past, who is really good at detail, who is a fantastic person to work with. Nez is a great artist, and she does a really amazing job of pulling out all of these details that you never even expected or even thought to ask for. And she's a spectacular artist, and I want to definitely give her a shout out in this video. And I would also once again like to reiterate that Royce has some really fun writing. So if you haven't read his stuff, I would strongly suggest that you check some of it out, because there's a number of different series that he has. I haven't read all of it yet. I'm still working on some of the. I think currently I'm going through Prisoner. Well, I have yet to start the Prisoners of Midnight, but I read Prisoners of War, which was probably my first exposure to like his kinky writings, which is really good, and also kind of makes me think I should at least try my hand at it. I don't think it's going to be something I'm ever going to be doing, with the bulk of my work, but it's like many things. It doesn't hurt to expand your skill set, so it's probably something that for science I will make an attempt. But I've read the complete Red Vixen Adventures all the way through, and I really enjoyed it. I even wrote a fan fiction that I intend to release to you guys once my internet/computer starts cooperating on a semi-consistent basis. I'd like it to at least kind of cooperate long enough for me to be able to, remove the licenses for some of the programs that I use from here so they can transfer them onto a new machine. If not, I'll just have to work with the company and figure out what I need to do, because there's got to be a way. You don't always get the luxury of knowing when your computer's going to stop working. Um, but that being said, let's see if there's anything else I should mention. But the Kickstarter is going for another 18 days. So if you've got some spare change and are so interested, let's see. I'd like to do better. I'll have to see if I can get the cover to edit into this from my laptop. But here's the Kickstarter on my phone. It's probably about as good as it's going to get right now without editing anything. But there are a couple of different stretch goals packages. But let's just to just go over it real quickly. You know, um, there are a couple of, let's see. I guess I can't see it because I've already backed the project. But it was, you know. You have the option of picking up some of his back catalog, which, if you are so inclined, I highly suggest that you do. There's some, we might get a YCH, colorized version of the YCH if we get high enough of a stretch goal, but we'll see how that works. I mean, I guess at this point I'm almost a little bit rambling, but let me just suggest that this is something that I would highly recommend you check out if you're into furry writing, if you like Royce's stuff, or if you like, too, if you like pretty much any kind of softcore kinkiness. And I highly recommend checking it out. The link to the Kickstarter is down below with the video description. And bear in mind, apologies if this is below my usual quality, because as mentioned, I'm kind of working with one hand tied behind my back because of technical difficulties. But I really believe in this project. I look forward to seeing the completed version, whether we get all the benefits or not. But on the plus side, if we do hit some more of those goals, we will get additional illustrations for the rest of the chapters. So, I mean, I always kind of am nervous that, were I to attempt such a thing, that, I mean, I guess there's always the inherent fear for anybody that does stuff like this, is that nobody's going to come to your party, so to speak. And that might be the case, but I mean, things have been going fairly well so far. We're a little more than halfway to the total minimum goal. So I really want us to at least be able to do that. So if you're so inclined, if you were thinking about it, if you're just waiting for until you have the money or whatever the case, I highly suggest that you check this out and that you support this project, because we need, especially with furry writing, we need as much support as we can get. So, even if it helps you to think of it as a pay it forward scenario, it's like, you never know. The more furry projects you support, the more furry stuff is out there, the more furries we have to support projects like this. So I highly recommend that you do that, and that if you do, I know you won't regret it, because haven't even read a word of it, and I'm already looking forward to it. So take a look, and I highly recommend anything Royce does, pretty much. So give it a shot, and take a look and think about it. If you like werewolves, check out my book Blue Moon, available in paperback and ebook on Amazon. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, click the subscribe button and leave a comment below. See you next time.